Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am Ace and I have more Tera content here for you. And as you can see, we are going to play as a Mystic level 4 Popori. At least that's what we're gonna start doing right now with this first impressions video, of course. But first of all, I want you to look at this character. And what do you see? What kind of animal does it look like? Yeah? A dog? Exactly, at least I think it looks somewhat like a dog. It is a Popori after all, but if you know the Popori race, then you know that they are very similar to animals that we know. Yeah, that just was awkward. Anyway, but I made it look like a specific dog, right? And can you guess what kind of dog? If you say something along the lines of a husky, then you're probably right, because as some of you might already have guessed, wolves and huskies and similar dogs are practically my favorite animals in the world. And this is what I came up with, so what do you think? Can you do better? Is this the best husky lookalike you can get? Anyway, this is what I got, so let's just dive in. And like I said, we are already at level 4, so we already have some skills and some basic stuff to start off with. But before we do that, the most important thing ever for any race and any MMO ever to exist in this life or the next, the dancing animation. Yeah. Well, that's the dancing animation. So yeah, as you can see, husky. I could wish. Wow, my English is very top notch right now. But I wish I could like decrease the size of their stomach, for obvious reasons. But anyway, a lot of skills to go through. As you can see, I'm already level 4, so I already have gained 2 new skills. But let's just start off with the ones to start off with. Of course, that's the auto attack and the orange vitae. I don't know exactly how you pronounce that. Yeah, this is the auto attack, of course, which basically is a magical ball that does more damage the closer you are. Basically similar like the sorcerer's auto attack. But the right click, which is basically this, you summon a little ball that you can pick up with the basic loot button. And it gives you a buff right top of the screen that regenerates your health. And I'm under the impression that team members and such can also pick it up. So, and actually, since that the Mystic is a support class, this is why I thought that. But it also like serves a nice purpose. They are not infinite. They do have a certain time that they stay up for. But you can summon more than one. And while you do that, you can start fighting, for example, and then you can just pick one up, and when you get low health, you just, pick the other one up. Quite nice if you are looking for some tactical gameplay where you know when you are attacking higher level targets, for example, but that's not too much of an issue right now, because there's a lot more in our arsenals right now, but the ratios, of course, are very similar to the Allen. Horizon Run, which is a 30-minute temporary buff. The Soothing Presence, which is basically a get out of jail free card, I think, or you can basically use it to get through a difficult area. You do move slower, but it only lasts for 1 minute, so you have to be quick about it anyway. You can pick up plants a little bit faster, which makes sense because as some of you know, the Popori are the guardians of nature, and of course they also swim faster. And the first skill that you get is, of course, I believe it's the Metaphoric Blast and the Mana Infusion. And the Mana Infusion is, of course, basic mana regen spell. As you can see, you have the top right button. 20 seconds it lasts for. Regenerate some MP. As you can see, the cooldown of the spell itself does not last as long as the buff. So you can just keep it up infinitely if you desire to do so. And of course, the Metaphoric Blast, which is your first AoE. Very similar to the priest one. This one does look better in a graphic wise, but basically it's the same effect as well. You can hit multiple times with it, like you can see there. Hit 2 times. Ooh. And of course, at level 4, you get a very fun thing, at least fun. At low level it doesn't really help me personally because I'm not used to such gameplay. Because I think it personally slows me down. But I am summoning him right now. There it is. Throw of Protection. It's actually a minion that just follows you around, as you can see. And you can send him into attack. You just hover over a target you want him to attack. As you can see, I've just pressed 2, which is the red arrow on my action bar. And he just goes after it. And as you can see, it doesn't do a lot of damage. But he does tank. So it does do something, but... he can take a lot of punishment though, as you can see. But you can pull aggro off him quite easily, so... not entirely sure what its purpose is of this throw of protection yet, besides a little bit more damage. And perhaps if there are ads incoming, you can send the throw of protection at them. But right now, I think it's pretty useless, especially at this low level. And the blue arrow is basically just a command follow, but he already follows you while you summon him, so I'm not entirely sure what the purpose behind that is. Oh boy. But I think that you can also macro in the attack button, so every time you use a specific attack or such, the throw protection also automatically attacks. Similar to, let's say, World of Warcraft Hunter or Death Knight macros, you know, or Warlock even. Like any class that has a path. Very similar. Assuming you can actually make macros, I'm not entirely sure if you can. You would think so. Don't seem to be standing here anyway visible. Oh. Can I kill him? This is, by the way, a boss. I'm seeing if my throw of protection can actually take a beating from him. Oh. So we're gonna use all our skills available. With the power of the Husky. Summoning a second ball. Go! Throw! Take him! See how much damage he does? Oh, that's kind of painful. As you can see, even though it was a 300 crit, the throw of protection barely takes any damage on his health bar. Oh, but you don't want to take damage yourself. And if I'm not mistaken, actually, you have to kill this dude as well for a quest I have not picked up yet. But who cares? But that's actually your first boss-like battle, like your first kill this specific minion quest, basically. Didn't have to use. See, the balls are still up, by the way. I'm calling them. Well, I'm calling them balls because that's, well, they're little balls, really. So let's just go up here. I believe actually, if I go talk to that dude over there, I actually have to quest for to kill Vekas. So it would actually kind of a waste of time. Waste of time. Wow. Wow. Just wow. Wow. I apologize for my bad English, guys. I really do.
Are you ready?
It is Friday. And this is, by the way, a cutscene.
Head west and look for piglings clustered around a stand of trees.
Oh, look. Doesn't that tree look familiar?
Vekas the Wicked has a thing for piglings, I guess. Let him pick on something his own size.
Squash.
Or at least something that's not a pig.
Ironically, he says that and then look at my size. Yeah. Good save, good save. Anyway, like I said, I am going to apologize for my bad English right now. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with me, but I guess I'm just a little bit tired. Because as you might know, the beta has just been started and I've been busy as well. But I do enjoy doing this. So. I really enjoy the game, by the way. I really do. So I'm really excited to get that high level content going. And let's just kill Vekas another time. If he gets back up anytime soon. Vekas? Is that Vekas? No. There he is! Two mystics fighting. By the way, Elens and Popori are connected lore-wise, as I understand it. As in, Elens are spirits, and they have awakened the Popori. Kinda like that. Apparently it's really hard to get a first hit on Vekas right now. I really should have talked to him first before I killed him. But no worries. I think. I'm not entirely sure. We have killed him 3 times now, and I don't get why I'm not getting it. Well, that's weird. You would expect those people to run off now, because they would have already received the credit for it, right? This is what I would assume. But yeah, the jumping animations are even similar to the Ellen as well. Because they seem to be very fat, the Popori. They can jump very high. That's by the way Berserker. Interesting. So why is nobody... Like everybody's just grouping up right now and nobody's getting the credit for it, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. But yeah, let's just continue for the time being then. A lot more stuff to do as well than just to kill that dude. Yeah, this is practically what a Mystic is. Mystic is, as you know, of course, the highest support class that will be in this game. If I have to believe the stars, that is. Because when you create a class or a character and you pick your class, there's like a little star system that suggests how difficult the class is and what the class is basically meant to do. And Mystic has the highest support. I believe the Priest has 1 star less. But that's just because they are healing, of course, and healing is also a form of support. And even though Mystic has healing abilities as well, because this does heal and removes harmful effects, their support comes mainly from other abilities, of course, like similar to debuffs and dispels. Because their right click that you start off with already removes negative effects to begin with. So really nice. If you are needed for that, at least. I don't know, Popori seems like a fun. It's just that I really think it's too bad that they can't, that you can't edit the body of a race to a certain extent. The character creation is really good though, don't get me wrong. It's just that as good as it could have been. That's pretty much the thing I'm referring to.
How can I help?
And if you have no clue what I'm on about, because of course you haven't seen the character creation, in the description below there is a link to my Tera playlist, and the very first video in that playlist is a character customization video where I cover every race with pretty much everything I can edit. And if you are just looking for a specific race, don't worry. In that video, in that description of that video, there are time codes that you can just click and directly go to the race you are looking for. Really easy, no hassle. But if you are curious to the character customization and creation, that's probably a video you should watch. And that pretty much sums it up. I will just throw these bombs here, just because I can. And I hope you guys like this first impression. I do, personally, the Mystic is not really my type of gameplay. I'm more of a tank DPS guy. Even though the range DPS in this game do seem very tasty to play as well. But if you liked this video and enjoyed watching it, or got some useful information out of it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do that as well. And if you have any requests to what you want to see in Tera, or perhaps even other games, if you really want to, you know, go the extra length, make sure to let them know, to make your requests known to me, either through putting them in the comments, or of course on my Facebook page, which will also be in the description box. And I will catch you guys in my next video, which I hope is going to be higher level content if I'm lucky enough. And of course, have a nice weekend, guys.